User utilities. User utilities encompass user activity, changing your password, printer management, and various other facilities available to the user that isn't part of your standard Sage applications. Okay, so we're going to go down to the bottom and choose User Utilities. If we drag this up, we can also see User Utilities has appeared here. So in here we have User Activity. This displays the activity currently going on in Sage for all users, and all users can see all users' activity. If I click on all users, you can see currently there's not many people in the system, and it'll tell you what machine they're coming in from. It'll tell you what option they're in. This is useful for if someone is locked in invoicing, you can then go to them and ask them to come out. You can export this information by printing it, or we can just come back out of it and back to the User Utilities menu. The next one is User Profiles. In User Profiles, you are able to change your printer share name. This printer is the name used for DB Forms, which is custom-facing documentation. This option is primarily used for invoices, sales order acknowledgements, purchase orders, remittances, anything that goes out to a customer. This is the printer that is selected by default when your username creates the document. So at the moment I'm pointing to UK manufacturing. I can change that by pulling down on the arrow and going up and down and choosing which printer I want. Most users are already defaulted to their specific printer. All other options in this screen will be blanked out as you will not have access to change them. And I can exit out of that and out again. The next one is changing your password. We've got a change password option. If we double click on it, you enter your old password, enter your new password, and then confirm your new password. There's no expiry on the password at this moment in time. This may change. Next is spooler management. This is where any of the spool prints that you have generated that are customer facing documents will be stored. If I double click on this, your name will automatically be populated. The queue will always be Tetra, and in the group you can put whether you want sales order processing, you can put whether you want purchase order processing, so it's the module name, PO, OP, etc. What we will do is we'll update the coaching text to have more information. It has already got some information regarding the statuses, but not what the module names are. When you click hold on a print document, this is where it will be stored. So if I go in, choose B rows, press enter, it'll bring up all the documents that I've printed. And I can do F4 and it'll change what detail I see and the time and whatever else I want to see. We can delete out of here, so if I confirm deletion, if you ever get a message saying spool queue full, you come into spooler management, you delete all the items, and you'll be able to start generating your printouts again. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is the new search functionality and the new browse windows that Sage have added to the system. If we go into a basic browse window, so we use sales orders, tasks and orders, and sales order entry, we've now got this browse magnifying glass, or we can do F2 browse. If I do the magnifying glass and choose by orders, you can see this browse window has appeared. Okay, now you can change the size of it up and down, but you can't increase the width. Okay, the width just doesn't change. So, but what we can do is sort by any of these columns. So if we want to sort by customer name, you can click, and we've now sorted by customer name, and you can see the arrow is on the customer name field. If you want to sort by the customer order number, we can sort by the customer order number. We just click on it. If you click again, it'll sort it the opposite direction. Whichever field is highlighted will also change what you can search by. So if I sort by the order alpha and do search alpha code and do DM, it should take me to all the DMs. Okay. If I change the customer order number and I scroll down and I do search and we do permanent for permanent loan, it'll take us to all the permanent loans. If I choose status and I say I want to see status 5, I press enter, it'll take me to all the status 5s. We can also print from here. If I choose print and we do F11, you can see all those have come out into a document and we can print the list. And if I do F5 discard. So that is the new browse window. If I cancel this and exit, next I want to show you the new reporting format from built-in Sage reports. There's two styles of report now, there's augmented and there's legacy. What augmented does is allow you to print directly to PDF. So if I do reports and I choose a standard Sage report, so sales order status, and we want to see everything at status 2, and I press enter, and press enter, what's that now doing is generating a report definition, and that is actually now a PDF. And because of the way the embeddable PDF works, depending on what PDF reader you've installed, depends how you save it. In Adobe Acrobat, the latest versions, it's a hover bar at the bottom of the screen, so we've got print or we've got save. If we choose to print, you'll choose your standard Windows printers, and you can choose where you want to print this to. Or if you want to save it, you can hit the save and you can navigate where you want to, give it a name, and it'll save it as a PDF in that location. You can also do save as Excel, which if it's been predefined, will export it to an Excel spreadsheet. If I open that, and that's exported it as it is shown in the report. Some of the reports don't actually do it as it is in the report. It depends how it's been configured, because the Excel export can be changed to a degree. And then we can discard that. And click OK, and it'll close the report. And that finishes the Sage user utilities.